Hello everybody, Hassan from Galaxy Invest. Just a reminder, this is not financial advice. Please do your own research. So today, guys, we got big news, right? We got a press release from CRISPR Therapeutics and Vertex about their latest update on CTX001. And this has to do with the financial agreement between the two companies. And this is what we'll do in this video. Before we jump into the press release, guys, please like this video and please do subscribe. It helps the channel, helps the community, and ultimately you will get value hopefully from this video for free. So please do sign up, guys, subscribe, and even leave a comment below in this video if you have any question or any feedback according to these latest news. If you have anything to add, please do let us know. Okay, so let's read this press release, guys. So this was published today, literally earlier this morning, and it's basically an update about CTX001. And this, obviously, for anyone that doesn't know, this CTX001 covers sickle cell disease and beta thalassemia. They are the furthest in terms of gene editing CRISPR programs in compared to other companies. CTX001 is the furthest, and it is expected to be FDA approved hopefully by next year. I am personally speculating that by end of this year, the FDA will approve CTX001. We talked about this in previous videos, how CRISPR Therapeutics and Vertex have been in discussions with FDA regulators to reduce delays, to increase the speed to market, and also ultimately reduce the costs associated with everything that goes from in filing all the way to approval with the FDA. So keep that in mind, guys. So basically the headline of this update is that there's a revised agreement where Vertex now gets 60% and CRISPR gets 40%. And it is also mentioned that CRISPR Therapeutics will now receive 900 million upfront payment from a potential for additional 200 milestone payment upon CTX001 regulatory approval. Right, so let's read this. So this is obviously a overview that we just basically talked about, and then this is the most important paragraph, guys. It talks about, under the terms of the amended agreement, Vertex will lead the global development, manufacturing, commercialization of CTX001 with support of CRISPR Therapeutics. Vertex will be responsible for 60% of the program cost and will receive 60% profit from future sales of CTX001 worldwide, representing a 10% increase in program economics compared to the previous agreement. And then that in theory means that CRISPR will now get 40% and will receive 40% of the profits and will be responsible for 40% of the cost, right? And they will receive an additional 200 million payment upon first regulatory approval for CTX001. So let's just talk about this, guys. Me personally, when I read this news, I'm not a big fan of giving up percentage in profits. I'm not a big fan of doing that because you don't know what the CTX001 could really end up being in terms of going mass market. So this could be a big win for Vertex, getting a larger percentage, but at the same time, you know, we know about this. We've seen it with the vaccine for the pandemic. Many issues could rise in terms of distributing and in terms of supplying those types of drugs, and having more responsibility with the cost, such as Vertex taking up now 60%, may end up biting them in the long term if things go south. Now, without reading too much into it, I still think it's very valuable for CRISPR Therapeutics to get an additional $200 million payment upon first regulatory approval, right? So that's 20% of $1 billion. It is definitely a great sum of money. This is just for CTX001. Again, guys, we're talking about CTX001. We know by now that CRISPR Therapeutics have other programs in their pipeline. Yes, CTX001 is the most important one as we speak, But the idea behind this company and other companies in the gene editing space is that we're talking about long term, right? We're talking about 5, 6, 8, 10 years, right? So yes, CTX001 is good. We're getting 200 million if, there is approval of CTX001 from the FDA, which we do expect by this time around next year for sure. But then again, we need to look at this in the big picture, guys. Think about it like this is a great news. It's a great step. Yeah, you might be in disagreement with the fact that Vertex now owns more profits than they previously did in terms of percentage in future sales, but at the same time, they're basically, increasing their risk of their partnership, right? They're putting in more money on the table for CRISPR Therapeutics to advance this program. And the question I want to ask you guys is, what do you guys think about this partnership, right? Vertex had an opportunity to go and fetch other partnerships with other gene editing companies such as Antilia, Editas, even Beam Therapeutics. And they could have perhaps gone through obviously another type of program, not sickle cell disease and beta thalassemia, but they could have used that money and build another type of partnership, right? And the idea, what I'm trying to ask you guys, the question I'm trying to ask you guys is, why do you think they would want to do that, right? Why do you think they want to double down on their partnership? Because this is what it essentially is, right? They are ready to provide more funds to this company, CRISPR Therapeutics, to advance CTX001. So what do they know that maybe we don't know, right? We talked about how Vertex and CRISPR Therapeutics are in discussion, and they have been in discussions for months, if not years, with the FDA in terms of delays, in terms of time, in terms of cost relating to CTX001. So as naturally, you have to think about it. What are the latest updates that they may have gotten, or maybe phone calls or conference call between regulators and these companies that perhaps indicates that CTX001 is going fast and it's getting great progress. And we know the data has been positive, right? We know that all patients have been cured. There have been no serious side effects. Things are looking positive. Obviously, we don't have an ETA as to when the FDA will approve this drug, but things are looking great. So this is something I want you guys to take away from this video is what does this say about Vertex and CRISPR Therapeutics partnership? The fact that they released this press release basically stating that, hey, this partnership is very valuable. We're willing to go even further and by providing additional funds to CRISPR Therapeutics from Vertex. So, and we also know Vertex, guys, it's a big pharma company, guys. It's worth almost $60 billion market cap, almost 6 times more than CRISPR Therapeutics. So, a very big pharma company. And I wanted to really quickly, go over the end cash position for CRISPR Therapeutics, right? So we know today that they have over $1 billion just in the bank, basically, for the company to burn for the next year at least, right? And with this type of additional news, I can confidently say that even if things go south with CTX001, the worst case scenario, CRISPR Therapeutics can still rely on this free cash position, like this cash flow that they have, right? This free cash flow that they have, the money they have in the bank, they can basically use it for R&D expenses, for marketing, for administrative expenses, and so on. So in terms of cost, they're really in a great position financially, and this news really cements that further thesis, right? That they're doing really well in terms of financials. And again, this is not the case for many other companies. So for any investors out there, this is definitely something you want to look out for. These types of news sort of advance that thesis that this company is definitely comfortable in terms of cash position. Should you look more into it? Probably not, but it's still a great thing to keep in mind. So guys, we'll end this video like this. So again, this video was just specifically about this press release that released. Great news from CRISPR Therapeutics, a great partnership with Vertex. I think this is great for not just these two companies, but for the whole space. I think these are bullish signs, these are positive signs. Again, we don't have any ETAs, we don't have any specific notes from the FDA approval with CTX001, but these types of news, you guys should ask yourself, what's the purpose of doubling down on the partnership? Why are we getting these additional funds being poured into CRISPR Therapeutics from Vertex? What do they know that we don't know? I think this is the question I want to leave you guys with. So please do like this video, subscribe, and if you have any question, if you have your own speculations or hypotheses, please leave a comment in the video below in the comment section, guys. It really does stimulate the community into thinking, and that's what we want to do. We want to raise awareness in this space. So big win for everyone in the gene editing and genomic space, including Vertex as well as a big pharma company. This is looking really great, guys. I'm really happy, and we'll see how it develops in the future weeks and months. So thank you very much, guys. We'll see each other in the next video where I will be talking about Beam Therapeutics. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Thank you.